are currently heading over to the bike tour, the city of Kyoto. We woke up around 5 a.m. It's gonna be a full day for us. So we're gonna bike all around Kyoto. And then after that, we can possibly take a nap. And then we have a full tour in the evening. So that's our plan for the day. So excited, but yet still very sleepy and tired.
Try to just pretend I could hold you once again, 'cause I'm scared of feeling lost tonight. When I wake up, it's you that I think of.
But if nobody said it yet, well, Kyoto. It is the old capital of Japan. It became the capital in the year 794 when Emperor Tenmu he was trying to escape Buddhist influence. So the emperor has always been the head of Shintoism. Nara, where the capital was very much a Buddhist influenced town. And so he was trying to escape that influence, and so he moved it up to Nagaoka Tenjin, just down the road here, about 10-15 kilometers away. And it kept flooding. So that's kind of a bad place for a capital. And so they moved it up here to this city, but it was actually, it's not where the Imperial Palace is now, it's actually just down the road from where we. It was capital until 1868. And there was a military coup that overthrew the shogun. After this military coup, they kicked the Tokugawa clan out of power and they installed the Meiji emperor. And the country was ruled by a military dictatorship until after the war, when it became a constitutional monarchy, which it remains today.
This is a good day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many, and the old ones gone under the night. And I can feel the sun on my skin.
Constantly running water now. And so the idea is you walk up and you wash your left hand first, and you wash your right hand, and then people would normally take a scoop and a handful of water, put some water in, and then lots of people will just kind of take a small sip or just touch some water there. It's actually really special. It is the first shrine where they deified the arts. He was very much at the center of that. Now, the Fujiwara family did not like him being so. How's it going? That's not working.
No.
People will just give up and they'll put it up here or something.
Wrong shape. Probably not.
There you go. I can't get it stay on the
I think he might be able to do it.
Oh, James.
Jamming them in doesn't work because it's stone on stone.
So, yeah, it doesn't really bend.
And then the more people do it, you can't tell at the bottom, it's just slowly getting worn down.
Yeah.
And normally if you see 3 or 4 or even 5 kanji, this is going to be somebody's name like this. We got 4 kanji there. So you got Kitagawa, Shinchi. And then if you have a lot more kanji like these guys, those are probably going to be businesses. And these people will come in and they will make a donation and they'll have a little ceremony. And lots of these, like down there, especially the companies. This is how companies will show. Not only do we say that we support Kyoto traditions, but we financially support it. We actually give them something. I'll talk about these ox. These ox are said to represent Sugawara himself. It's said that he was very fond of oxen, probably in no short measure because he was born on the day of the ox, in the year of the ox, and then he died the same way. So they made these oxen to kind of represent him. Now you'll find them all over the country. Because basically people come here to pray for academic success. So whereas Kyoto is known as a historical city, it's also very much an academic city. There are 40 institutions of higher learning in the city. So people will come here to pray for academic success. What these kids are doing, they'll rub the ox's head, and then they'll rub their own head to try to gain some of his wisdom.
Clever, clever. Ah! Oh my god.
It just means that you're entering the main hall. You've also, behind that sign, you've got a couple of cranes. Cranes represent longevity. On the other side, you've got tigers, representing strength, and rabbits, which represent cleverness in this country.
Wow, 刚刚那个穿和服小女孩太可爱了。
23, awesome. I'll take this, and you would put it back. Probably want to keep that one with you. Oh,
Okay. Did you see the puffy jacket that he found?
oh yeah, here.
It's an air-conditioned jacket.
So, what it says on here, it just says Kinkaku-ji and Zuho-in. This is where you are. So we are now in the gardens of the Golden Pavilion. Now, if you look here in the front, what do you notice is not there?
Like the Torii Gate?
There you go, the Torii Gate. So this is how it was one of the ways you know you're coming into a temple, a Buddhist temple, is you'll just see the mon up here. Now, you're gonna get sick of me saying this. Everything here is landscaped to look exactly like it does. All the moss, all the trees, all the stumps even. They're leaving it like it is. This is a great example of something called shake. Shake is it's basically borrowed landscape. So they have everything landscape here. You'll have the foreground, which is the pavilion itself, the background, which is kind of the forest behind it. All of this is designed to have this great view of the pavilion. This is the whole garden. It's called the Zuho-in, and the pavilion itself is just the centerpiece of it all. This was built in the late 1300s by a guy named Ashikaga no Yoshimitsu. He was the shogun at the time, and he was a master politician. He bought this whole area from an aristocrat, and he made it into his own summer pavilion, and he would bring dignitaries here.
try again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got this, babe. Jayo. You know, it just feels bad if you don't get it. Oh my god, so close.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Powdered sugar almost. And this is where we just get off and walk. This whole temple complex is called Daitokuji. Daitokuji, and I'll include this in the email that I send you. All of this was built in the 1500s when the shogun set up his main office right back here in the main hall. And they moved their families in there. Now we talk about living history, and this is a clear example of it, because this is still, these are still private residences. There's the white Mini back there. That white Mini belongs to somebody who lives there. So we're going to visit a temple down this way called Zuho-in, and we'll talk about the family that lived there during the 15 and 1600s. All right, so again, this place is called Zuho-in, and it was built in the 1500s. And the family that built this, they had a very interesting spot in society because he was a daimyo, so he had a lot of authority, he held a lot of clout. Daimyo was basically a local governor, but he was also a merchant, which made things really difficult because he had this high place in society up here being a daimyo, but merchants were actually at the bottom of the social hierarchy in feudal Japan. So basically went slaves, merchants, farmers, fishermen, and craftsmen, and then you had the samurai, the daimyo, then emperor shogun up there at the top. So
I just wanna be remembered. 너의 찬상 속에 살면서, oh yeah. I just wanna be with you right now. 너의 기억 속에 남아서.
it's a character that means big, and it's big. Da.
Yeah.
It works well in Japanese. Like okina o, okina dai. Like it's really easy. But this is actually how they will celebrate Obon. Obon actually just finished on the 14th, 15th, and 16th of August. People will normally go back to their parents' house or their grandparents' house, and they'll have some food, and they welcome back the spirits of the ancestors. And as I love the way my mother-in-law describes Obon. She says, we get together, we eat, we drink, and we make fun of the dead people because they can't defend themselves. And then she says, to be fair, they're probably doing the same to us as they see us make the same mistakes that they made. Just making fun of us as we make them. So I really like how my mother-in-law puts this. Makes it a little bit fun. And it is. And normally on the 16th, we'll light a little candle and we'll send them back to the ancestral realm. Now, along the kanji over there are a bunch of fires. And they will light them on fire on the 16th at around 8 o'clock. And there are 5 mountains on the city that they do this from. You can see 3 of them from here. You've got Daimonji over here, and you've got 2 more over here.
So casually keep diving into concrete. So bittersweet. Huh? Keep losing sleep while